There are two things plaguing them in the zoo. Lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Go on is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogwu coup, so-called Nzogwu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. Billions upon billions of US. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said no. For us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup in Nzogwu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed restructuring. That's something now you're asking for. To tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward. Restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1960-1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales, the same thing. Everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy, I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Middle Belt on their, Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiate restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with their wrath
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you and welcome you to this program. While you are joining us, share the video, invite others to join. Wherever you are watching from, share the video, invite others to join. Are you watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter? Retweet the video, like the video on Twitter, like the video on Facebook and on YouTube. Share the video as well for the algorithm to do the, to continue on YouTube. You are welcome to this program. Of course, this program we are going to actually, embark upon. It is going to be a brief one. Of course, as you can see, we only have two topics. We only have two topics there, and those two topics that we have, we're going to actually make it to be very, very brief, because first topic is about the first topic is going to be about our eternal leader, the brother. Of course, so many of you must have seen the activities of our eternal leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, the sibling, the brother, lately on the social media. So that is exactly what we are here to address, because it seems as if it is now the siblings of our heroes that are showing us the true meaning of Cain and Abel's story. That is exactly what we are seeing. So, of course, that is one of the topic we are going to be treating this morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are joining us from. That is exactly the topic we are going to be handling. Of course, many of you must have seen the interview that he was granted, where he is talking all manner of rubbish. I don't even know why. I wish not to actually engage this matter. But the things he said in that interview, it is very, very touching. It is things that are very, very, it sounds also condescending to me. And at the end of the day, we must address it, because there is something wrong with, everything that he said there. He said it, and I want to remind him so many things this evening, this morning, this afternoon. I know it's evening in Biafra land. I want to remind him so many things that are very, very important. The missing needles. I am going to remind him about the missing needles, because we are black people, but we can reason. If many black people cannot reason, this IPOB, we are able to reason, because we have seen 99, and this is 100 that we are heading to. I want our people to understand the history of the great Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, the first leader of Biafra movement and the first president of Biafra state. Now, Ojukwu was a military personnel during colonial and after colonial era. Ojukwu was the man who discovered the activities of the Fulani against the Igbos. Ojukwu was the man who took it upon himself and said that enough is enough. Ojukwu was the man who recognized that the amalgamation of 1914 was a fraud. Ojukwu was the man who understood the mind of the colonialist. Ojukwu was the man who understood the Abuja Declaration. Ojukwu was the man who actually understood exactly the plans of the Fulanis against us. Ojukwu knew very well, and Ojukwu decided to say, I have to assuage this. I have to make a hair while the sun is shining. I have to, stitch in time so that I can save 9. That was exactly what Ojukwu did. Ojukwu put everything he has. Ojukwu even put the wealth of his father. Ojukwu tried all his best to emancipate, to take us away from this slavery that we have seen ourselves into in the last 5 decades. Ojukwu tried his best, but his best was not enough. The reason why I know his best was not enough, because he failed. He failed because his best was not enough. And now, it has become very, very imperative for us to remind the world of the great man Ojukwu was, before we will know how to handle the nuisance value of his sibling. Because I will not descend on him just like I do to politicians, but I am going to actually give him a very, very important address for the love of Ojukwu and for the respect of Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. That is the reason why I am going to actually be more diplomatic if my strength and my spirit permit me to be more diplomatic. It is very, very important. So, Odumegwu Ojukwu was the man who made sure that he tried as much as he can to eliminate the bondage of this enslavement. To make sure he curtailed this enslavement that we have been enslaved in the past 5 decades and a half. Ojukwu did all his best. We went to war. He negotiated with Gowon. That's like what you heard in this video of Cainnta Kanu that I just played now. Ojukwu did everything to make sure that his people are safe from the hand of this damnable zoo called Nigeria. Because Ojukwu understood that there is no reasonable people on earth that will be brought together, amalgamation, without even consultation, without any resolution. They just brought you and say you must be called Nigeria. Nigeria is a byword. Nigeria is a sinful word against the people. Nigeria is a racial word against black people. Nigeria is a bad omen. Nigger is a bad omen. Nigger was the name they used to address you when they were taking you to, through a slave ship. It was nigger they called you. And they decided to create a historical nation that will bear the burden and that will actually pay for the atrocities committed against these people called nigger. That is exactly the reason why they created nigger. There is another one called nigger, Nigeria. all this, it is as a result of throwing it in your face, rubbing it in your face. We did it. We took your people and they gave a cheap labor. They gave a free labor to Europe and America. And without them being compensated, without any reparation being done, rather the systematic slavery, the neo-slavery clicked in, and it is the same thing that they are harboring today, and it is the same reason why we have decided to take it upon ourselves to come out and make sure we emancipate, we help rather our people to emancipate from this evil of mental slavery, because it is something that is very, very dangerous in the life of black nations. Mental slavery. Now, it actually got worse, remember, because of the bad governance you are experiencing in Nigeria or in Africa in extension. So, the bad governance you have been experiencing post-colonialism, because pre-colonialism, we were governing, everything was surplus to us, we don't lack anything. The whole world come to borrow from us, but after colonialism, we borrow from the whole world does not owe us. But even though they owe us more than we owe them, systematically, because everything they stole from us, it is through a system that they have instituted. This is exactly the reason why we owe them. They don't owe us. Nobody owe us, but we owe many, billions. The reason is because they took away our glory. They took away our humanity. They took away our kindness. They took away our love for one another and our love for human beings. They took it away. And after taking it away, they turn us against each other with the institution that they have enacted, the policies they have made to make sure that there is nothing that is adequately shared among us. Survival of the fittest. Go to the field, fight for bread, loaf of bread, or 100 loaf of bread, while you are more than 1 million. So you don't have a choice than to kill maybe 960 people so that the bread gets to you 1-1. That's exactly the way it is. So that is the system they use to actually deal with us. So, but Ojukwu saw these things in advance, decided to stop it, decided to assuage the futuristic event that is now in the future taking place. Pray the war. Now, Ojukwu took our people and declared Biafra. Immediately when Ojukwu declared Biafra, Nigeria government led by Gowon, a military soldier, decided to invade Biafra land. From that mess, from that move he took, it cost the life of more than 3.5 million women and children. Innocent, non-combatants. Nobody is held accountable. Nobody is held to account for that. There has never been a reparation done. There has never been a reconciliation there in Nigeria, because there was never a reconciliation. There was never something that is called peace. They after killing our people, massacring them with impunity, they decided to give our people, for you to know exactly that these people, they never loved you, they will never love you. It is just that you are there to be their slaves, because they need your manpower, they need your intelligence, they need your industriousness, they need your entrepreneurial mindset that is actually natural, they need your life orientation. They need your independency. They need all that to function as a nation. And they need exactly what is coming out of your soil, your resources. That is the reason why the amalgamation took place in the first place. After the amalgamation took place, what happened was that they did this amalgamation to solve the budget deficit of the North. And because they have already conquered the North, find out there is nothing there. They couldn't discover anything there as at that time. Doesn't mean there is nothing there. Now, after that, they decided to, tell the North, you don't have anything. We will now get to join these people with you to use it to solve your economic deficit. And in return, you conquer these people because you will be in charge of police and army to eternity. You will be in charge of these people because they know that Fulani are not industrious people. Fulani, they only known for one thing, moving cattle from place to place, because they were the wanderers in the book of Genesis 17. They are the people who are called the wild men. Their real deal is to move cattle from places to place, go on conquest, conquering lands, going and taking over people's land. That is exactly, their children were the ones who were blessed, not their original, their children were blessed. Arab people, they have blood with Fulani because they got married to the son of Edomite. They got married to the son of Edomite. Then they gave birth to Arabs. And remember when the Ishmaelite, the mother and the Ishmael, Hagar, was in the bush crying, the angel visited them and promised to bless their children. Their children are blessed, but not them. They will continue to wander until thy kingdom come. So Britain knows that these people are actually wanderers. They cannot build an economy. They cannot develop anything. They cannot actually drive people forward. They will only be on a conquest war because they have to conquer lands. It is all about conquering lands, but they cannot do anything with this land. It was all about the Fulani. That is the reason why Britain saw and see that there is nothing we will be actually dragging with these people. We just make few of them rich. Once we make few of them rich, then the rest of them will be controlled by the rich. Police and army will be controlled by them. Knowing that these are the caliphate. Those who believe that they are the successors of Muhammad. That is the reason why they are the caliphate. Because they believe they were the original people. So at the end of the day, listen and you will understand, Ojukwu decided to say, no, we cannot condone this thing because he has seen the mind of the people that was amalgamated with him. Because he knows these people, they serve in the army. They were in the military. He knows the type of mentality they got. So many people were saying that Aguiyi planned a coup. That it was Aguiyi, just like this foolish man in Negosi watch, I carry power like I carry powder. He said that Aguiyi was the one who planned a coup. But the opposite was the case. The coup was orchestrated by Britain. Because these people, this military that went for this coup, they were all trained in Britain. They were all trained in Britain. Now, I want you to pay attention to that coup. They were all trained by British. Now, if they were trained by British, they feed them. You know, a revolution, the best way of revolution should be a secret revolution. If you do it as soon as possible, it will now make you to be free from this, neo-colonial power and all that. Without knowing that these are the people who will send you out with the sword and call the rain to fall upon you. This was exactly what Britain did with those people. It was telling them something that is the truth. Only telling them the truth, just to use it to cause a everlasting problem that will never, be corrected. Because if you cut a rope and join it, it will never reach again. So these people now started this coup. Ojukwu Manzogu was the high-ranked soldier amongst them. So that is exactly the reason why they call it Nzogu coup. And at the end of the day, they started this coup. And because Britain have, already planned what this coup will look like, and they actually saw these people they sent out. Remember that every people that is trained by Britain, check it in the history. Think about it. Any force people that is trained by Britain, they are coming back to kill our people. They are coming back to kill people. SARS is the latest one that you cannot forget so easily. SARS. They were trained by Britain and equipped by Britain. Now, not only that they were trained with taxpayers' money in Britain. It was not funded by Nigeria, I don't think so. Now, at the end of the day, because it is something that is an important agenda that they need to achieve. Now, they went on that coup. On that coup, they killed the, important people in the north, killed in the west, the ones in the east. They were notified. By whom? By the same Britain. So that this will look like, these people started killing without killing their own people. Now, the other man who was Ifajuna was a British agent. Now, if you will understand that it is all about planting an evil seed amongst you. That is how they will always destroy you. Factionalism, planting an evil seed. That is what they will use to destroy you. Ifajuna betrayed the movement. And after that, these people were apprehended. They have killed the people that will cause problem without getting to kill the people from the east. So that these people that they have killed, remember that this coup was actually being done by the whole ethnic group in Nigeria. The whole ethnic group was involved in this coup. But because they killed the Sultan, they killed important personnel in the West. Now, at the end of the day, it is actually where this Britain wanted them to stop. After killing those people, leaving the ones in the east, which is who was this guy that escaped the eastern from the east. Now, I believe he traveled. Then they call it Igbo coup. Igbo coup. When there was military coup all over the place during that time, it was only after they declared that the president of Nigeria or the president will become the commander-in-chief of armed force in Africa, so that there will be no coup. To plan coup will no longer be easy in the military. So that is exactly what happened. So in this regard, coup was happening all over the place. Who was orchestrating this? Who taught these people about this dangerous coup? Because we were not political. It can only be the colonialists. Now, you will understand they orchestrated it to cause this problem that we saw, because they know Fulanese, they will always act, they don't mind killing the whole nation as long as they get their revenge, or as long as they conquer the land they have come to occupy. Now, after they started massacring our people. Because during that time, after that time, the only person that took over the power was Agu Ironsi. And Ojukwu was warning him. And he made Gowon his right man. He took the position of power and he used the people from the north and gathered around him without knowing that these people are going to kill him. Ojukwu warned him, because Ojukwu is a man that sees things before it will happen. Likewise, what Cainnta Kanu is doing today. Ojukwu is the man that sees it before it happens. So that is the reason why, after that, they killed the president like nobody. They killed the president like nobody. Ojukwu warned him. Then after that, they started massacring our people in the northern Nigeria, to the extent of removing a fetus from the womb of a woman, killing the woman, smashing this fetus on the wall. Imagine that type of wickedness. These were the things Nigeria did against Biafrans. Because they now demonized Biafrans, saying that Biafrans are they planned a coup. Okay, after that, after doing all that, Ojukwu said, no, let me declare Biafra, so that we will go back on our route where we were before the colonialism. Ojukwu declared Biafra. And Gowon waged war against Biafra. Gowon invaded Biafra land. And they killed 3.5 million women and children, which made Biafrans to capitulate. Because there is no food. There is no good food. There is no nutrition. They block the borders. They block food supply. Britain did so. Britain convinced so many people in Europe to supply Nigeria weapons to kill Biafrans. And they did. Britain even deceived Russia to supply weapons to kill Biafrans. And they did. Now, when they saw Biafrans had the intelligence to build their own weapon, to manufacture their own weapon, to the extent of manufacturing a bomb called Obunigwe. And Britain decided to say, block the food supply, to the extent women and children, more than 3.5 million, died. Under the watch of Britain. BBC was the media house, the mainstream media house that was covering all the atrocities of Britain. But they will not tell you the tale of the war, because they know it is a war crime and people supposed to be held to account. They will not do so because they were the ones who orchestrated such war. Now, Ojukwu decided that no, let us now come back together and see, or to see if we are going to make it work. Philip F. Young also said, let's come back together to see if it is going to work. For you to know that these people, the word no victor, no vanquish, was a hypocritical, a word of hypocrisy. That is the reason why after no victor, no vanquish, they gave you 30 pounds. After all your mansions that you have across Nigeria, all your bank account you had across Nigeria was frozen. And they gave you 30 pounds. You started from there. After killing 3.5 million women and children, they gave you only 30 pounds, 30. Seize all your assets. Yet they said no victor, no vanquish, because they were talking to fools. And you accepted it. We said, okay, we move on. Our parents, our people started suffering, started pushing, until they become whom they are today. That is the reason why we are called the most successful ethnic group in Africa. The most successful ethnic group in Africa. Because they did what they did, believing that we are going to die off, beg for food, beg for anything. We started pushing. Our people started pushing to the extent of, in Nigeria, individually, they are the most successful individuals in Nigeria. In Africa. Adabuya tape. It is not by mouth. The most successful individuals in Africa. Now, with 30 pounds in 1970. That is the reason why Nigeria becomes so jealous. They continue to malign, they continue to actually, destroy our names. But, because they say that we were the aggressor. And that is what gave them the authority to kill more than 3.5 million women and children through hunger and starvation under the watch of Britain. And the Ojukwu family is here now. Ojukwu's brother is here now. That we have never seen his face. We have never heard from him. Ever since, the things are happening, we didn't hear from him. Now, Ojukwu siblings have the audacity to come to tell us what he said in this interview. I am going to play the video right now. He has the audacity to come and tell us what he said in the interview. When his family led the war that took the lives of more than 3.5 million women and children. Does he think that these people died for nothing? Does he think that the death that these people died will amount to nothing? Do you think that the remnant of these people will not rise up from their ashes in order to actually re-establish that which they died for? They died for Biafra. And you have the authority to come and tell us this. I don't expect it from any of Ojukwu's family. It is an insult to the name of Ojukwu's family. A very big slap to the face of Ojukwu's family. Let us listen to the video. Let me bring the video. Because ever since I saw this video, I've been so, I've been so mad.
The team to be made up of. And
so, this is him Let us play the video. I would like to play it so that you will hear it very well.
Resistance against the Monday sit-at-home in the southeast is gaining momentum in the present administration
Secondly,
of President Bola Tinubu.
apart from the release
deal Southeasterners undergo in order to live a normal lifestyle has become First, it was a call by the governor of Enugu State to sanction workers who failed to turn up for work on a Monday, yet with no adequate security measure. Likewise, the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District, Senator Patrick Ifeanyi sent a strong warning to Simon Ekpa, who hails from Ebonyi State but lives in Finland.
That is wrong.
Ekpa is a die-hard campaigner for Monday's sit-at-home in the southeast, with Anambra State as his major stronghold. Joining us now is Cainnta Ojukwu, the third son of Sir Leader Odumegwu Ojukwu and young brother to late Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Thank you. Thank you, number 5, Dr. Abati.
Well, listen. Well, Mr. Ojukwu, she already posed a question. What do you think of the sit-at-home every Monday in the East? And now the attempt by some of the governor's stakeholders and lawmakers to say no.
Just one moment.
Go to work
in the Southeast.
Hails from Ebonyi State but lives in Finland. Ekpa is a die-hard campaigner for Monday's sit-at-home in the southeast, with Anambra State as his major stronghold. Joining us now is Cainnta Ojukwu, the third son of Sir Leader Odumegwu Ojukwu and young brother to late Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Thank you. Thank you, number 5, Dr. Abati.
Well, listen. Well, Mr. Ojukwu, she already posed a question. What do you think of the sit-at-home every Monday in the East? And now the attempt by some of the governor's stakeholders and lawmakers to say no, allow peace to reign in the Southeast. What are your thoughts? I promise even saying we have no hand in it.
Yes, in fact, this is why I've asked to come on this show, to take the opportunity.
This is why I have asked to come on this show, to take the opportunity. Okay, to do what? I want you to pay very good attention to what this man said here. Very, very important.
To appeal to President Tinubu to step into this matter. 1/5 of the company is being held hostage. People are not able to go about their business. Children are being flogged. Teachers, they can't go to work. It's really a very terrible and shameful situation. One that affects our economy. It affects the morality of anybody who is aware of what is going on. I feel ashamed, and I know that the president has stated that he wants to tackle security in Nigeria. Well, they did not kill the school children, but people have been killed for coming out to do business. And it is a very, very terrible shame. I believe that the security situation is a low-hanging fruit President Tinubu, who has proven himself as a man who wants to attend urgently to certain pressing issues.
He has proven himself.
I believe that when 1/5 of your country is being prevented from performing their day-to-day livelihood activities, it is something that you must attend to urgently.
All right, Mr. Ojukwu, thank you so much for stating that. The sit-at-home order has been on since August 2021, was introduced then. And for close to 2 years now, they haven't been able to address this, contain this. I know now you're appealing to the current president. But what lessons can we learn from the previous administration? In your estimation, why have they not been able to contain this order by people whom, for the residents, are not only inclined to do so, but they are forced to do so? They are killed or their shops attacked if they don't comply. Why has it been difficult to manage this situation? And going forward, what recommendations or perhaps advice would you give to the president?
Well, the people carrying out these atrocities say that they want Peter Obi to be released.
Did you hear that? That the people carried out these activities are saying that, first of all, that he made a mistake, but it is something that he has in mind. The people saying this are under the impression that they want Peter Obi to be released. For you to see that the things that they are doing to Peter Obi is equally paining this man, because they want Igbo presidency. But what this man came to the media to tell you today, it is something that is uncalled for. I can say it is unprecedented, coming from him. That is exactly what he came here to tell us. He has Peter Obi in mind. He has Peter Obi in mind. Have you seen the reason why it is very, very necessary? Our people, this pretentious character of them, it is very, very bad. You have the treatment of Peter Obi in your mind, yet you are still pretentious over what you're supposed to say, over what you're supposed to do, because you are Igbo. You benefit from the system that is destroying your own people. The same system that made your brother to lead a war in 1967 to 1970. The same system that is oppressing your people. But now you want to now continue to, peddle all sort of, evil philosophy against your people that are on the receiving end of this system. It is very, very bad. Let us listen to the reason why I'm angry. Listen to it.
Why has it been difficult to manage this situation? And going forward, what recommendations or perhaps advice would you give to the president?
Well, the people carrying out these atrocities say that they want Peter Obi to be released. I'm sorry. I have Peter Obi on my mind.
Okay.
They want Cainnta Kanu to be released. President Tinubu has said he's a law-abiding president. And the courts have said that Cainnta Kanu should be released. I would like President Tinubu to talk with Cainnta Kanu. Also use diplomatic channels.
Listen.
To talk to Britain and to talk to Finland. Why I mention these two countries is because Cainnta Kanu comes from, has a dual nationality, and one of them is Britain lives there for a long time. Ekpa, who is actually more intransigent than Nnamdi Kanu, lives under the shelter of the Finnish government. And I say shelter with deep concern.
Listen.
I would like the federal government, we do not...
Before he said this, I want you to understand it from him, that the reason why he start talking this thing he's saying now, they have, they believe that they have reached the peak of their master planning using Ekpa. That is the reason why he told you that Ekperima is more vicious than Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. How can you compare this pair? They don't have anything in common. These two people does not have anything in common. What we know Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for is humanity. During COVID-19, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave palliative to our people. Now, you are now comparing him with a barbarian who was actually torturing children for the sake of disobeying their sit at home. All the children they were torturing, they are minor. None of them can make a decision whether or not to go to school. But Ekperima send his criminals on the ground to torture them. Is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Will Mazen Nnamdi Kanu ever do so? Going to take the means of livelihood of the poor of the poorest in Nigeria, in Biafra land. In Biafra land, rather. Going to take their means of livelihood, destroy their capital, where they make their income from. He destroyed it. The same man you are comparing, bringing close to next to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And now listen to what this guy is going to say for you to see that they have actually gotten to the point where they need to now try to finalize everything they started against IPOB and against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will see that all these people, they are all the same. Listen attentively.
And the courts have said that Nnamdi Kanu should be released.
Nnamdi Kanu.
Nnamdi Kanu, I'm sorry.
Listen.
I have P2B on my mind. They want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. President Tinubu has said he's a law-abiding president. And the courts have said that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. I would like President Tinubu to talk with Nnamdi Kanu. Also use diplomatic channels to talk to Britain and to talk to Finland. Why I mention these two countries is because Nnamdi Kanu comes from, has a dual nationality, and one of them is Britain. He lives there for a long time. Ekpa, who is actually more intransigent than Nnamdi Kanu, lives under the shelter of the Finnish government. And I say shelter with deep concern. I would like the federal government, we do not have a minister for foreign affairs, but the federal government through the PERMSEC or whoever is in charge should put diplomatic effort to reach arrangement with these two countries and see what can be done so that the outrageous comments and encouragement being given from Finland by Ekpa is stopped once and for all. Why I'm am suggesting that he should speak to Britain is prior to the release of Nnamdi Kanu,
okay,
to reach certain arrangements that will not allow Nnamdi Kanu, after he is released, to continue to pour shame and verbal abuse on the nation of Nigeria.
To continue to pour shame and verbal abuse to the nation of Nigeria. Mr. Ojukwu, did your father name Nigeria what Nigeria is today? The answer is no. Mr. Ojukwu, did anybody from Igbo land name Nigeria what Nigeria is today? The answer is no. Did anybody from Oduduwa land name Nigeria what Nigeria is today? The answer is no. Did anybody from Fulani name Nigeria what Nigeria is today? The answer is no. Did anybody from, Hausa name Nigeria what it is answering today? The answer is no. Mr. Ojukwu, then, why are you protecting an institution that they killed more than 3.5 million women and children of your people, and the war was led by your own family member? Why? Because what you are doing here, you are actually bringing shame to the name Ojukwu. It looks like all these people, maybe if you look in the Bible very well, maybe Judas is a brother to Jesus. Maybe Judas is maybe a relative of Jesus. Karagodu, thank you very much. I see you. It's just, very, very Freudian sleep. That's exactly, what he did. His conscience just spoke before his mouth. That's what he did by calling Peter B. Thank you very much for that comment there. And then this man, his family took our mothers to war, killing more than 3.5 million women and children for the sake of Biafra. But this man is now coming out here to tell you that Nigeria is better for him, because probably Tinubu must have sent him to water ground after watering ground for him. Because I know when you see the handwork of Tinubu, you will understand. You will understand the handwork of Tinubu. Thank you. Joseph was sold by his brothers too. Joseph sold by his brothers. Every good people, you will understand that their people, their brothers, are always the people who destroy their legacy. Just like Cainnta Kanu and Emmanuel Kanu is doing to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So we are not surprised, but it's just that he came so late. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching Biafra in the last decade. You didn't come to talk. Only now, because Tinubu is a guy man, he knows the people he believes he can talk to, but he's old. His mind is no longer working the way it was working before. Because he believed that once he's coming from Ojukwu's family, it will make sense to Ndibo. We are not goats. We are not goats. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu decided that he is not doing today again, Biafra struggle continues. That is something you people does not understand. Biafra struggle continues. If he say he is tired, we will give him the honor. Biafra struggle continues. It is above a family. That's one thing that you Nigerian people need to understand. The Tinubu believe once he's coming from our eternal leaders family, Biafrans will be emotional. Our eternal leaders family have spoken. Therefore, we need to listen. We need to know that Biafra is dead. And so you are involved in what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through. So you are involved. This man is involved for what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through. I am telling you the honest truth. Because by his word, you will understand that he is well involved with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through. That's why he is now giving condition for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to be released, that is Britain must come to, we must write an undertaking that they will not allow him again to come and speak against the atrocities that Nigeria is committing against his people. Now this man, so this will be your own leverage for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have failed woefully. Don't let us remind you that your family led the war in 1960. In 1967. You were there. I believe you saw the war. Maybe you were still young, but you saw the war. I believe you know about the war. It was not led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family. It was not led by my family. It was not led by any of these IPOB's family. It was led by your family. And that is exactly the decision made by your family member, because your family member was the leader. And now for you to come and bring the legacy of your family members to the mud, it means that there is something that you are not telling us about you people in your family. There is absolutely something you are not telling us. And the reason why I am talking about this and I am going deep to this extent, it is because I said this struggle, we must be holistic. We must tackle every challenges that we are facing in this struggle. Before Biafra will come, we must tackle them. Spiritually, religiously, physically, otherwise, mentally, we must tackle them. So there is something you are not telling us. Maybe it is you people from the family that sabotaged Ojukwu, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, because it is always a family member, right from our history, our biblical history. Joseph, his brother, sold him. Jesus was sold by his closest ally, Judas. If you look, maybe you will find that Judas is also a tribe of Judah. Maybe they are related. He sold him. This is exactly how it has been. And we don't know. Okamusu, fana atanye, fana afuanyon, your sibling was the one. Oh, it is a shame. I am so ashamed of myself. Nadeba. The most important thing that you are actually telling this Nigeria, having P2B in mind, because what exactly you wanted to say is they are protesting to say P2B should get his mandate. That was exactly what the conscience is in your conscience, but it came out quickly. But God works in mysterious way. That is the reason why you blot it out. Pretentious behavior. That is what you people are living for. And that's why you people are slaves to Fulani Caliphate. Pretentious behavior. It is very, very bad. We remember you according to your work. We cannot remember you according to the work of your brother or work of your family. No, we remember you according to your work. If you do good, you are doing yourself. If you do bad, you are doing yourself. The fact that you have come to throw the what your brother lived and fight for into the mud, the legacy of the great Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, you are throwing it in the mud by telling us one Nigeria. You heard of Wazurike who told you that Ojukwu handed it over to him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pick up the mantle when you people maybe manage to deceive Wazurike. Because it is people like you that will manage to deceive him, Owazurike, after sabotaging your own people. Now, let's listen to the next thing he wants to say here. Listen attentively.
Every Nigerian is troubled by some of the comments he has made. My brother was head of state of Biafra.
Thank you.
The war is over. Personally, I believe Nigeria is by far a better and larger theater
Joy
for the Igbo man
Second Joy Bokwe,
who loves to travel, to trade, and to carry on his enterprise.
Second Joy Bokwe.
We don't want to be restricted solely to the 5 states of the Southeast. We want to be free to travel the world and to be part of the world. So the Igbo man he was an accidental Biafran.
Wow.
When I say accidental, it was that feeling of...
What? Of what?
Not being wanted.
Have you now seen how miraculously, will I call it confession that is coming out of this man? And you will now see the vapor of his ignorance. The vapor of his ignorance. Now, you can see he said that Biafra emerged as a result of not wanted. So the people who never wanted you, to the extent you left them, they came and killed 3.5 million women and children of your people. And they tell you, no, Victor, no vanquish. Seize every asset your people had pre that war and freeze every bank account of your people. Give them $30 and 30 pounds. And they started afresh. Their life was resetted to the zero, beginning. And you are telling us it was accidentally. So you are accidentally killed 3.5 million. And you believe because you were not wanted, you went to war because Biafra became accident to you and your family, that you led us to war that took the life of 3.5. And now you are telling us it's accidentally. And now it is because they don't like you. You are not wanted. And after the war, you kill them, they kill you. Now you will be wanted. Is something, I don't know if I will say, hey, let me just give you the best thing that is, well suited
that you cannot even begin
to this your type of, high.
Black people, this UG, so black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, this UG, so black. You people are a disgrace on this earth.
This is exactly the thing, the blacks in this OG, the ignorance of black people. Ignorant. That is the problem we have. They didn't want you. You went to war with them. They killed you. You killed them. They overwhelmed you by blocking your food supply so that your children and your wives will die of malnutrition. Nursing mothers, they gave the children even their blood to drink because what will be coming out of the breast milk? Nothing. They gave them their lives to drink. Look at what you are telling us. After that, this war happened because you are not wanted. You ran away from them. They came to kill you. Why would you leave without our consent? After killing you, they drag you back. And now you think that you are wanted. Are you actually, is something wrong with the mentality of our people? Our people, you should I am not being disrespectful to anybody, but this is being realistic. How can this man open his mouth to tell us that Biafra was accident? So your historical fact was accident. Your pre-colonial era was accident. Your pre-colonial mind, lifestyle was accident. Those we rose, that, those people that died, that through their ashes, their remnants are here to make sure that they make their death to worth, to be worthful. And you come here to tell us this, what you are saying. It is a shame. The Fulanese have ruined our people. Oh. No wonder it is people who still live and hustle in abroad will understand more of the atrocities of Fulani. If you have never lived in abroad, you will never understand the atrocities of these people against our people. Oh, they make sure that they institutionalize poverty. They made sure that everything that we have to get, we have to work and wipe sweat so many times before we'll access it. They made sure they work on our minds. That is as a result of what you see this guy displaying this time. Their mind is no longer working the same way you and I that have seen what they can no longer see is working. The Bible said that the time shall come when the elder people will begin to act like children, and that time is now. It is a shame. It is a pity. Let us just finish listening to this guy.
The killing and the pogrom that took place that saw 80,000 people killed in 1966 left my brother no choice. The people,
did you hear?
The National Assembly of Chiefs and Elders within the Eastern region convened and demanded of him that he declare the state of...
Stop calling him your brother. You are a filthy liar. In fact, this time around, I don't need to be diplomatic anymore. I didn't hear this. I didn't saw this. I never saw this coming. He said, even BBC confirmed they were trying to be politically correct. BBC and the storytellers, they were trying to be politically correct. They said to you that more than the 1 million women and children was, killed as a result of that war. This man is telling you, did he say 80 or 85,000 people killed? Hey! Tofiakwa, black people, Ndisoji. Oh, the army. Oh, the army.
You people are a disgrace on this earth.
Oh, the army. Blacks.
Ndisoji. Black.
Hi.
You people are a disgrace.
Just 1 minute.
On this earth. Black people. Ndisoji. Black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, Ndisoji. Black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, Ndisoji. Black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, Ndisoji. Black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, Ndisoji. Black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, Ndisoji. Black. You people are a disgrace on this earth. Black people, Ndisoji.
Oh, dear me. Who did this to us? Who did this to our people? Hey, Oga kwadro emela our people ife amma. Oga kwadro nya amma. Let's continue.
That he declare the state of Biafra or that he secede. That is really what led to Biafra coming into reality. Today we still are, people still feel that they are marginalized.
Igbo still feel. Are you not Igbo? Are you not marginalized? Is there any seaport in your land? Ojukwu, I don't even want to hear your name or know your name. Is there any seaport in your land? Is there any international working airport in your land? Or maybe recently, if they are working, how many flights are leaving from there? Is there any embassy in your land? Even though your people are the most people who travel abroad, is there any embassy in your land? Is there anything, any good amenities in your land? What is it that is in your land? You are telling us Igbo still feel. Are you listening to yourself? I wish you are somebody else. The way I was going to descend on you, you will actually, regret ever showing your ugly face in the media to come and talk rubbish. Because what you are talking is utter rubbish. Because you are not feeling it. You have the opportunity to be rich. Probably you are telling us that some of you, you are rich as a result of what you people stole during the war. Or you are rich maybe as a result of the political evil that you people did. Or as a result of selling your own people, your brother. Maybe that is the reason why you cannot feel that Igbos are still what Igbos are feeling. You are telling us Igbos still feel. You are not part of those who are feeling. Because you are benefiting from Nigeria. Forgetting the legacy of your brother. That is a shame. That is evil. A very big evil. That you are actually bringing bad name to the life and the land, to the family of a great man, Odumegwu Ojukwu. Ojukwu never said he never believed in Biafra until he died. Ojukwu was a hardcore Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. He was a hardcore. He lived for Biafra. He died for Biafra. He died a Biafran. He lived a Biafran. He died a Biafran. He never for one day came to tell us that Biafra was an accident. Please forgive me for taking you to the war. Biafra was an accident. It is now you. It is now you that will come and tell us that Biafra was an accident. Who are you? Peter, I know. Paul, I know. Who are you? Or Peter, I know. Barnabas, I know. Who are you? You are nobody. That's what you are. You are nobody. I can assure you. Because what you did here made you nobody. Even if there is something that we could have called you if you come differently, you are nobody. Go and amend your ways before it is too late for you. Go and amend your ways. It is not, Ojukwu did not go to war. The war came to Ojukwu. And Ojukwu did not declare Biafra. The people of Biafra wanted their own freedom. Ojukwu declared it. Because they were not wanted. And they are still not wanted. Likewise, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It was not only him that wanted Biafra. The people of Biafra want Biafra. That's why we give him our support. It is not him. It is Oha Zuluku. That is Biafra we are fighting for. It is not one person. It is a nation we are fighting for. So, let us continue.
Convened and demanded of him that he declare the state of Biafra or that he secede.
Let me see.
Within the Eastern region convened and demanded.
Now I want to hear it from
the killing and the pogrom that took place that saw it.
No, let us hear him.
Is by far a better and larger theater for the Igbo man who loves to travel, to trade, and to carry on his enterprise worldly. We don't want to be restricted solely to the 5 states of the southeast.
Our people. When Biafra was it a 5 state? When your brother declared Biafra, was it a 5 state? So-called Cainnta Ojukwu. Was it a 5 state? Ndembu.
Free to travel the world and to be part of the world. So the Igbo man he was an accidental Biafran. When I say accidental, it was that feeling of not being wanted. The killing and the pogrom that took place that saw 80,000 people killed in 1966.
Okay.
Left my brother no choice.
Okay, now
People,
I
the
misunderstood
National
it.
Assembly of Chiefs and Elders within the Eastern region convened and demanded of him that he declare the state of Biafra or that he secede.
Okay.
That is really what led to Biafra coming into reality.
Okay. They
Today,
convened.
Igbos still feel that they are marginalized. They feel that they are not given an equal opportunity in Nigeria. And this is what Nnamdi Kanu fed on, and this is what EPA is feeding on today. And this is at the root of the problems we're having. So I would like Tinubu to keep these things in perspective and see that releasing Nnamdi Kanu will go a long way to bring down the pressure or the appeal of these 2 characters that want to lure Ndigbo from the body of Nigeria, where most of them want to belong.
Okay, you've said so much.
Hey, I of course Rufai is here. Before we go, we bring the Rufai's one. I know Rufai will do something, that is very, very significant. But I haven't listened to it, but I believe he will ask him a very significant question because I trust his judgment in this type of things. Now, I'm trying to. So, let us now listen to what. Before we listen to what Rufai is going to ask him, I want you now to, to understand that this guy said that they came together, Ohazuluku, to tell Ojukwu declare Biafra. Did he say that one person came to declare Biafra? Do you think that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will wake up and declare Biafra without consulting with the people? No. He is going to consult with the people. And now the people will tell him, we are behind you. Biafra is overdue. We declare Biafra. Now, he said they told him to declare Biafra. Because, just correct me in that part, because I picked it before he landed. He said that because of the killing of 85,000 people in the north by Nigeria, not during Biafra war, before Biafra war, what led to the declaration of Biafra in 1967 was the killing of our people in the north across Nigeria. That was including removing a fetus from a womb of a woman they have killed. The fetus was still alive. They smashed it on the wall. That was inclusive, including that. That was exactly what these people did. And you come to tell me that after they come to a agreement that you should declare Biafra, and Nigeria came and killed more of you, and you are telling us that you were not needed, but after you now killing each other, you are now needed. Yet, Peter Obi managed to convince all the youth in Nigeria to get their PVC so that there will be a change in a political system. All the youth got their PVC, the same Peter Obi you have in your heart. All the youth to get their PVC, they rigged the election, rigged him out. He is still in court. Delay strategy, it is going to be there until 4 years. Now, that is number one. Number two, there is nothing that is essential that is built in our land. When they know that our people are importers and exporters, our people are travelers, our people are tourists, our people do all sort of, things internationally. Now, there is no international airport in Biafra land. Since independent. Maybe I will say since 1970. There is no embassies in our land after independence. There is nothing, no seaport in our land. There is no seaport in our land. And all the seaport that was there during colonialism, all of them were shut down. They were shut down. All the industries in our land, they were shut down. They deindustrialized Biafra land. They deindustrialized it. They made sure that they bring the center and took it to the west. Now, after that, somebody is coming to tell us that Biafra, as it was an accident that time, and this time around, we have been welcome in Nigeria. Are you welcome in Nigeria for real? When your Ifeanyi Uba just said few months ago, if they don't give them position in the red chamber, it means that we are not needed. Is it part of the welcome they have welcomed you in Nigeria? Now, is it part of the welcome they welcome you in Nigeria in 2021 when Ezife said that in the PDP and APC primaries, if they don't select Igbo's people to be the president, they will know that we are not needed, we are not part of this country. Is it part of the welcome? Yet they tell him go and do your worst. Did they do anything? The answer is no. They did the way, they even changed the policies of the party. They changed the policies of the party just to make sure it doesn't favor your Igbo people so that you can go and do your worst. Is it not true? And then you are now telling us that after all that, automatically you are needed and wanted in Nigeria today. Automatically, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing the wrong thing. Your brother did the right thing. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was the reason why people are able to go into the bush to farm, because you cannot understand that because you don't go to the bush to farm. You are benefiting from this government that is destroying your people. You are benefiting from this politics that is ruining your land. You can't feel it. Your children might be abroad studying. They must have been graduated, come to take positions in any area that you can give them in Nigeria government position. That's the way it is. That's how they roll. As long as they are beneficiaries to the evil that these people are committing against us, that's fine. You can go to hell. You can die. It doesn't matter to them. These people are gangs of thieves. These are gang of reprobates. That is exactly what they are. Very evil and wicked people. As long as they have something that is good for them and their family, it is okay. I cut this into two so that I will be able to share it on WhatsApp, then bring it. But let me listen. Let's start again to hear what Rufai has to say before we go to the arrest of these criminals. Listen.
A long way to bring down the pressure or the appeal of these two characters that want to lure Ndigbo from the body of Nigeria, where most of them want to belong.
Where are most of them?
Okay, you said so much. Prior to this time, there was a meeting with the last administration, which a lot of people thought was going to yield results. Nothing. And since the administration came in, we've not really had, those conversations. I'd like to ask you one. What would be your idea about sort of like a team that can have this conversation with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the first place? Because it needs to be had. We can't continue to allow people to lose their lives in the Southeast. We cannot continue to lose revenue for businesses. What would you like, the team to be made up of? And secondly, apart from the release Nnamdi Kanu conversation, what would be other requests that you probably think would be good, for the Igbo people to put at the doorstep of President Tinubu?
Now, let me bring the second part.
The team to be made up of. And secondly, apart from the release Nnamdi Kanu conversation, what would be other requests that you probably think would be good, for the Igbo people to put at the doorstep of President Tinubu?
There are so many things.
There are so many things.
I think the governors should be part of the team that will talk to the president. All the governors are affected by what we are suffering, directly affected.
All the governors in Nigeria?
No, all the governors in the southeast.
Okay.
It's a southeastern phenomenon that I'm talking about. And there are a few other bodies. If I'm invited, I would love to participate. But a body like Ohaneze should be invited. But I was at
Ohaneze and the Tantam. The Kobo.
Ohaneze, just behind your premises here. And I raised this point that security is the most urgent factor affecting the lives and livelihoods of Ndigbo in the southeastern states. And the President General told me that there is insecurity all over Nigeria, which is a fact. So I don't know what priority he accords to our peculiar situation. If the governors are sincere in wanting what I am pleading for, that is to reduce the demand, to take the carpet from under the feet of EPA by releasing Nnamdi Kanu, because he has often voiced that this is what he's after. If the governors are sincere, they are enough to be able to talk to the president and achieve the results we are seeking. The most important fact is that the court has said Nnamdi Kanu should be released.
But the government has also gone to court.
Yes, we know that Buhari did not have much favor towards the Igbos. He called us a spot, a red spot or something somewhere.
A dot in a circle, that's what he called you.
So, really, I never believed Buhari was going to release Nnamdi Kanu. And I voiced this at any time people asked my opinion. But I believe Tinubu is a different person. He does not carry the same baggage as Buhari appears to carry regarding the Igbo people. And I would like to see the Yorubas and the Igbos have a better understanding and love for each other's ethnic group. And this singular act will go a very long way for the Igbos to appreciate that Tinubu is somebody they can trust to look at their sentiments of marginalization in a different light to the last administration.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are those things specifically, apart from the Kanu? What are those?
Now he's beating around the bush. He is beating around the bush. These are the people who set off this experiment in Finland to come and start constituting nuisance. These are the people. These are the people. They are coming out now to give him accolade. Remember, it is a psychological warfare. To give him accolade by telling you he is saying it is the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So that the experiment will tell you it is his sit at home initiated. That is exactly what you people are seeing here. If they finish talk, they will go and rest. They will never stop the agitation. That is no matter how much they created faction. Let the sit at home, if they say that their sit at home is releasing Nnamdi Kanu, let it release him. All we want is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released. But we do not want, our people to be suffering while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is getting released. Because he said he is fighting for these people. He is not fighting for children to be tortured in school. He is not fighting for women to lose their lives, or men to lose their lives, or men to lose their means of livelihood, or kidnapping to be happening in our land, in Anambra State, killing everywhere in Anambra State. It was not what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was fighting. So all these Umoko that are in the comment section writing rubbish, Umu Azuka and Umu Simon, that are writing rubbish in the comment section there in Judge Money Official, you guys are senseless. Just like, the people who actually placing you guys on a payroll. That is the reason why you support evil. And when you support evil, evil will always befall you. That is the law of nature. It is not going to be. That's why when I read your comments, when you see me, I burst into a laugh for no reason. That is because I am reading your ignorance in that comment section. That's why I am bursting into laugh. Because it is actually amazing. Because when I see the comment, I am not looking at it as an insult to me. I am seeing it as an ignorant to you, which I feel pity for you. That laugh just give me pity for you. That's exactly what it is. Let's continue. Where else? Okay, let's continue with
the team to be made up of.
And this singular act will go a very long way for the Igbos to appreciate that Tinubu is somebody they can trust to look at their sentiments of marginalization in a different light to the last administration.
Okay, so what are those things specifically, apart from the Kanu? What are those other asks you would like to ask the government for the Igbos?
I will go back as far as state creation, the number of states that have been created, I don't think that the South or the Igbos have a number of states that their population demands.
So that you will have more representative Ghanaian Zuri that will be stealing in the House of Representatives. That is, you want to have more thieves in the House of Representatives. That's what you want. That's why you are starting with creating more state.
State creation, state everything in Nigeria, particularly the legislature, revenue is based on the number of states you have. So it's a great inequity for them to feel shortchanged in the number of states or governments that they have speaking on their behalf. That also goes hand in hand with local governments, administrative units as a whole. These are the main things.
They are sending him what to say. Did you hear his phone ringing? They are sending him what to say. That is the reason why his phone is ringing. In an interview, TV interview, his phone was ringing. They are sending him what to say. What more to say? What is missing? It is very, very necessary for you to understand the forces that is dealing with us. The forces, Tinubu is a guy man. Tinubu is a guy man. He is playing this game. He is playing this game, and I told you this game that is set up by Simon but Tinubu knows about it. It is APC game. Tinubu is a dribbler, but the problem he has is that he is getting old now. His brain is no longer as sharp as that time of 1999. It is no longer that Tinubu you are seeing now. Because for him to go to Ojukwu's family and bring this person out and come and present him to tell you that Biafra is not the way. Hi, Tinubu. Hi, I bow for you. You be guy man, but you are old. It is out of fashion. It is out of fashion. We are wise now. We are not this political class that doesn't reason. We reason very well. We know the move when we see them. We know the move when we see them. All these criminals knows that Cainnta Kanu will come out soon. All these criminals knows that Cainnta Kanu will be released. So what they are doing, it is for you to think that it is criminal act that released Cainnta Kanu. How do you think that people who are making sure that your economic, your finances and means of livelihood is actually destroyed, that your means of livelihood is sabotaged from Lagos State to every other place, from government and the deployment and all that? You will see that they do not want anything economic growth towards you anymore. And somebody is now telling you that bringing economic challenges in your land by enforcing sit at home so that our people will be dying of hunger, so that criminals will be increasing in our land. It is that person that is fighting for you. You must be daft. Something is wrong with your brain. Let us continue. We know how they are trying to complicate things, but we are wise. It takes a wise man to actually understand the game that these people are playing. It is a dangerous game. It is indeed a dangerous game. But as an open that is exactly what you are seeing playing out here. Let's continue.
The team to be made up of. And secondly, apart from the release Nnamdi Kanu conversation, what would be other requests that you probably think will be good, for the Igbo people to put at the doorstep of President Tinubu?
There are so many things. I think the governors should be part of the team.
No, sorry. Let's continue where it stopped.
Having for now been sworn in as the president of this country, he must come out and say, no, these acts should not occur anymore.
Well, the president has made it clear that he's committed to national unity, and he said that again and again. Let me ask this. Yes, it would be nice if people, the Igbo elite, again, pay a visit to President Tinubu. But every Nigerian president says, oh, Nigeria will not be divided under my watch. I have a responsibility to keep Nigeria one. That's what every president says. Will you recommend that if the government of Nigeria says, look, the condition for releasing
nonsense legacy
that there will be no more talk about secession. Will you support that idea?
Wow.
Because I don't imagine that the president will just say, okay, let him go. We think he should go from peace to rest. Certain concessions may be extracted.
Wow.
You think that concession can be given?
Wow.
You see, the governors cannot speak for Nnamdi Kanu. I cannot speak for Nnamdi Kanu or Ekpa. But I'm an Igbo man. I have a forum that I established many years ago on WhatsApp, and I talk to Igbo intellectuals. Most Igbos
Intellectuals. Wow.
do not believe in Biafra.
You talk to Igbo intellectual when you are not intellect. You are speaking to intellectual when you are not an intellect. How can you be somebody with no understanding? You cannot even read what is happening within you. You are speaking to intellectuals. Those people must be sophisticated morons that you were speaking to, telling you that those people, they do not want Biafra. Because there are people like Joy Bokwe, people who are in politics, people who sell us because they are benefiting things from the government. Those are the people you were speaking to. They are these selfish individuals, sophisticated morons who does not understand how they can do exploit when they are free. Instead of going to, pay allegiance to Fulani Caliphate before they will sell their people, before they will even get anything part of the national cake, before they will be given a pinch of it. Those are sophisticated, wicked, evil people. Those are the ones. So when you say that you were speaking to them, most of them don't want Biafra. Oh, let them come and tell us what the reason why they don't want Biafra. Because you have not told us exactly the reason why you don't want Biafra. You are just hitting it from pillar to post without being objective. First of all, people gathered and created Biafra because you are not wanted. And you fight, you kill each other. After killing each other, now you believe you are wanted. You now say, let peace reign. But obedient movement, they deprive him of his mandate. You are still wanted. Yet, so it means that you are now wanted. What is going to be the solution, objective solution you are going to give towards the situation that your people found themselves in Nigeria? You are telling us it is to Igbo governor, the intellectuals you are discussing with on WhatsApp, created by whom? By a white man. You never created or innovated anything. You are actually interacting with them. Intellectuals told you they don't want Biafra. And because they are intellectual, they have spoken the mind of more than 60 million people. Since they do not want Biafra, why don't you tell President Tinubu to conduct a referendum? Because what we are asking you is to organize a referendum. We are not asking you to just give us Biafra. We don't need you to give us Biafra, because if you give us Biafra, you will cheat us. Conduct a referendum. So that you will not enslave any of our people. All of our people will go with us. Those who want to get freedom will go with us. Why are you so scared of referendum? You guys are coming here beating, just, talking something that does not, make any sense. Organize a referendum. Let's see those your intellectuals that you have discussed with in Nigeria that is the representing more than 60 million people. Let us see them voting. It is one man, one vote. One you are intellectual, one vote. And one moron, one vote. Because if they are intellectual, that's why they have to speak the mind of 70 million people. Now, we are moron. That's why we cannot speak the mind of more than 60 million people. Or more than 70 million people, rather. We are morons. So we agree, you win, that they are intellectuals you are actually engaging in the social media. Why don't you tell this intellectual for them to, make these things, go low? Let us organize a referendum. A referendum that is going to be monitored by United Nations, international community. We will also invite our people who are going to monitor this referendum. Our own allies that are going to monitor this referendum. Let us get that referendum so that we will know who is speaking the truth through the referendum. It is very simple. It is not through war we are asking it. We are asking it through one man, one vote. Is it a problem? Is it not going to actually clarify everything and make people actually, make their decision unadulterated? Now, let us continue.
People are using the fact that the Igbo man does not feel he gets a fair share, does not feel that he is being treated equally.
Look at.
They're using that to paint Nigeria as not good for the Igbo man.
Wow. Wow.
How
can Nigeria be good for Igbo man? Which people are being killed in Indonesia? How can Nigeria be good for Igbo man? How many Hausa and Fulanis are in abroad? Except if they are gone there to go and study. Except if they have gone there for a political appointment. How many Hausa, Fulani and their people are in overseas today because they don't have opportunity? Is it not Igbo people? Is it not because there is no adequate opportunity for them? There is no opportunity for them. When you come to Igbo land, you will call 1 million people, you give them 1,000 breads and tell them to share. So they have to kill 90, they have to kill, of course, is it, they have to kill 99,000, right? They have to kill 99,000 people for them to share the 1,000 bread. Sorry, is it not 99,000 people? 999,000 people. They have to kill 999,000 people just for them to share the bread, for 1,000 to remain to share the bread. Inadequate provision of opportunity. They don't provide any opportunity that is going to be adequate enough for you people. They just provide very little. You will now start preying on each other. It is working on your mind. That is the reason why it looks like Igbo is selling their brothers. That is the reason why it looks like Igbo will do anything to get money. Because they know everything to get anything in Nigeria, it is you buy it cash. And there is no job opportunity. To go to hospital, you go eat cash. No job opportunity. To buy a car, you buy it cash. No job opportunity. Anything you have to do, you do it cash. Now, these same Igbos that are being marginalized don't give a job, don't give political appointment, except they accept to intimidate their fellow Igbos before they will receive political appointment, just like all of you are doing today. These same Igbos are the same people you are saying they feel just like they feel that Nigeria is marginalizing them, that Nigeria is not good for them. How can some place where you are not feeling included be good for you? For goodness sake. This is a very simple logic. Very simple logic. You see the reason why sometimes we call them sophisticated moron. This is an intellect that was discussing with intellectuals. Now this intellect, you will use the mind of this person that is engaging so-called intellectual to know whom are the intellectuals that he's talking about. The type of intellectuals that he's talking about. Because as show me your friend, I will tell you whom you are. Birds of the same feather, they flock together. That is exactly what you see in these people. Every of them that is beneficiaries of this political evil, they are all now coming out to talk, believing that we will admire their idiocy. Just like the one ex-service chief who came to give accolade to their man in Finland, so that they will continue to kidnap and kill our people in Biafra land. They think we don't know. We know all that. If Tinubu want to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Tinubu is not deaf. Tinubu is not stupid. Tinubu is a president who can make a decision. If he does not want to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his position will be ungovernable. That is how it is. His position, his leadership in Nigeria, he will not enjoy it. One day he will have heart attack because of what is going to be seen. It is not going to come from us, of any one of us. It is going to come from as a result of the decisions that he is going to be making. Because everyone will be against him. That's the way it is. All these people you see jumping up and down. Tinubu releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not doing us a favor. He is not doing us a favor. If Nigeria is one, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to be in DSS solitary confinement. While Abba Kyari, international fraudster, a criminal they refuse to rendition to or to extradite to USA, is given a 50 million bail. And now, 50 million bail, where will he get it? If he get it, it means that every crime charged against him is correct. How much is Abba Kyari earning as a police officer? How much was Abba Kyari earning? Why would he not get bail? Abba Kyari was a drug peddler. And now, apparently, a drug lord is now occupying the position of leadership in Nigeria. So they will release Omugai. They have to release Omugai. So that is exactly what is playing out. Omugai come out to Kayeja Babolingo. That is exactly what is playing out. So they won't release people that will do things that will be beneficial to the society or to their people. They will only release the people that are criminals. And of course, USA have died the matter. If it is Igbo man now, it is Nigeria government will carry that person, drag and go give USA, carry this person. If it is Igbo man or Yoruba man, for that matter, or anybody from across Biafra land, the Nigeria government of Buhari, they go drag that person. Of course, you know how many people they extradited from Nigeria during the time of Buhari. Because they were Yoruba and Igbo. Or most of them are Yorubas. So now you ask yourself, how is it that they could not extradite Abba Kyari when his crimes were in the open? They confessed. They refrained America from getting their hands on him. For you to see the marginalization. Today he is going to be given a bail. How he will pay that bail, you don't know. Who is going to pay that bail, you don't know. But he needs to come out. Very soon you might see him on the street as a police, maybe. He will start killing people, collecting ransom, kidnapping. So they are releasing him to continue running his kidnapping gangs. Because that's what they do. That is what they do. Running their kidnapping gang. You see all these people, that are actually, whenever they do things, they post on the media. All these people who claim they are doing police job. Once they do police job, they post videos on the media. We have intercepted this, we have done this, those are the biggest criminals. They are being pushed by one agenda to another. If you are not careful, you will be praising them, thinking they are doing good job, without you knowing that these are the real criminals in the country. They will do video. They are so impressive. People will be praising them. Abba Kyari, you are doing a great job. Abba Kyari, you are intercepting criminals. But when you only find out that this person that is intercepting people is intercepting people because they are his competitors. Some of them are his competitors. From there, he actually go beyond competition. He created a criminal syndicate who extort money, commit racketeerings and all that on people. This is the same man that everybody was praising. They call him Hero Police, our super cop, all that. That is exactly, you don't even know who create these people. They just come from nowhere. Our super cop, our hero, our this, our that, without you knowing that the crime that these people are committing is worse than sometimes it is not what you see in the media, the video they show you, because sometimes you find out that the people are just their victim. The crime they commit against humanity, it is just the people you see is their victim. That has always been the case of this super cop, super this, super that. Investigate them wherever they have come out. In any part of Africa, investigate them very well so that you will see exactly whom they really are. They are not that super cop you are calling them. They are criminal. They just understand that this is the way this thing is done. They make it a money-making machine. People they cannot get enough money from. They bring them to the media. They disgrace them. They use them to buy your support. But when you investigate these people, you will see that the crime they are committing against humanity is worse than the crime the people they are claiming that they are fighting crime against are committing. This is the way. Investigate them. Get back to me. Now, there's your super cop, wherever you find them in Africa, because it is an institution. It has become an institution. Our super cop. We are praising him without you knowing that this super cop is a super criminal. He is just, maybe he is envying his prey, or he is envying those whom he called the criminal. He is not fighting crime for the sake of fighting crime. Let's continue. Listen to this guy. Let's finalize.
Do not believe in Biafra. Most Igbos do not believe in Biafra. What they are talking about, what they want.
Conduct a referendum then.
Playing field in Nigeria.
Look at this man. How many of you in that comment section know this man? His name is Leader Dim Ojukwu. Since this man is actually more intelligent than every other person, how many of you know him? Since he knows the mind of Igbo people, please, if you know him on Twitter, in that comment section, please write it that you know him. If you don't know him, write it that you don't know him. Because most of you watching are Biafrans. Then other people are here as well. Write it so that you will let us know if this guy is speaking the mind of Biafrans. He said that most of the people does not want Biafra. Why are they so scared of referendum? Referendum will tell us that most people does not want Biafra. Majority carries the vote. If the demographic majority of the people in Biafra land say they don't want Biafra, we drop it. We go about our normal lives. If it warrant me that I will go and seek for citizenship or seek for permanent citizenship somewhere else, I go and seek for. When I will say I am rejecting Nigeria and everything, individually we can do it. But let us organize, let there be a referendum. A referendum that will come with no foul, because we will monitor it. If you come with foul, that is a problem. Just like the Nigeria election did. We know what we want. Don't play games. Look at this man. Do you know him? He claims he's speaking your mind. Do you know him? On YouTube, do you know him? Those watching on YouTube, do you know him? If you know him, write you know him. Lotan Ojukwu. Write that you know him and write what he does. That he is speaking the mind of Biafrans. Don't forget those watching on YouTube to continue to follow, subscribe to that YouTube channel and click the like button for the algorithm to continue to share this video. Now, let us continue. That is how they deceive the world. Hey, Tinubu, you too much. You big guy man. Hey, Jagaban. Jagaban.
You know, the team to be made up of.
Jagaban of Lagos State. I bow for you.
Most Igbos do not believe in Biafra. What they are talking about, what they want, is an equal playing field in Nigeria. People are using the fact that the Igbo man does not feel he gets a fair share, does not feel that he is being treated equally. They're using that to paint Nigeria as not good for the Igbo man. If we love being by ourselves so much, why should so many Igbos be in Lagos, Kanu, Abuja, plying their trade?
Objectivity. This man is not objective. Igbo man are in Lagos, Kanu, all these places because there is no infrastructure in Igbo land. There is no airport. There is no railway. There is no seaport. There is no. What is it that is in Igbo land that people need to be there for? Did you build infrastructure? Did you have a good road? Is there any? What is it that people will come in to come and patronize you? Is there any railway? Is there any seaport that people will even come through boat to come to market? What exactly will make Igbo man to establish in Igbo land? So be objective. Stop talking rubbish because you are talking rubbish.
You know, the team to made up of.
All over Africa, we like to be free to engage in our businesses all over Africa.
Who told you we cannot be free all over Africa when we get Biafra? Biafra will become the 53rd country of Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 52 of Africa has 52 countries, right? I believe 52 or 54. Biafra will be the next country of Africa. So they will have passport. Why would they not be free to be going anywhere they want to go? Do you think getting Biafra will restrict us into Biafra land? Who is advising these people? These are the people who call themselves intellectuals, engaging intellectuals. Tomorrow time they will say we are insulting them. We are insulting your ignorance. We are not insulting you. We just put you because you are actually, your ignorance is evaporating.
Personally, when I was doing my master's, it was just shortly after ECOWAS was created in the mid-70s. And the theme of one of the papers I wrote was very excitedly all about what we were going to be able to achieve within ECOWAS.
Wow.
The fact
how many
that
of them
ECOWAS is going to allow West Africa to grow exponentially.
Okay, exponentially. Are you going to make decision in Ghana since ECOWAS will allow you to grow exponentially? Are you going to make a decision for people of Ghana or people of is it what are these are you going to make a decision for people in Niger Republic or people in all these are ECOWAS countries? Are they not sovereign nation? ECOWAS passport can allow you to travel. What will make you not to do you think we can be the 16th or 17th country of ECOWAS? Is it a bad thing? So why do you think when we get Biafra, we will not be part of ECOWAS? We will not be part of Africa? What do you think? We're just looking for our territorial integrity. We are not discriminating against anybody. Because it is because you are discriminatory. Your discriminatory character that is making you talk, without, any objective. Now, you are actually implying that we will not be part of Africa anymore once we get Biafra. We are going to become the 53rd or 55th country of Africa. If Africa is 52 countries, we become the 53rd country of Africa. If ECOWAS is made up of 16 countries, we become the 17th country, or we become if it is 15, we become the 16th country of ECOWAS. Still use the same passport, still open border, and the open free travel for ECOWAS passport holders. We continue to go with the rules. All we were asking for is our territorial integrity. It's for us to determine our future. It is not for those caliphate who believe we are infidel to determine our future, the future of our children. I know those whom we know that we are more entrepreneurial minded people. They will be leading us in business. They will be the leader in the business. How can we, in a situation, we want a nation where we will actually select people according to their profession. We will do professionalism. When we are selecting people in the leadership position, they will be professional in that leadership position. We will not select people who does not know the area they are going to be occupying just because they are our friends, just because they are our family, just because they will do our bidding. We put them into the position of leadership. And at the end of the day, there will be nothing, no service will be delivered from that area. We don't want to do so. We don't want to employ people like you who will not speak truth to power, who will come and be beating around the bush and hiding the suffering of your people. It is not the type of people, it is not the type of lifestyle that we want. We want people who will represent us. That is exactly what we are looking for. Let's finalize.
The team to be made up of.
With the current African Union, the free trade for African Union.
I have never seen you.
I think it was your station that interviewed the director of Exim Bank, and he was talking about a common currency, or that they were going to approach it through financial clearinghouse. These are things that I know will create wealth for the continent of Africa.
These are gangs of criminals, gang of thieves. The reason why he is telling us, he is trying to make us as if we are dividing Africa. Let me tell you, if you are in your own country, you believe the trash this man is talking about, you should understand that you will also believe when your president is going to be selling you penny. We are not dividing Africa. We are actually, bringing Africa to start doing things the way they used to do. We are actually bringing Africa the way it was pre-colonialism, because it was the better way. When Africa was pre-colonialism, they were the greatest nation in the world. So why can't they be? Why can't we go back to the way it was? It is not actually trying to implement everything that somebody is just talking about. It is trying to do what our ancestors did that made them great. During that time, we were a sovereign nation. And it does not make us stop us from being friends with Ghana, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, South Africa, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Mozambique, Malawi, Lesotho, Botswana. It will not stop us, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria. It will not stop us from being their friend. It will actually make us to select those that we can be more of their friends. It is our foreign policy. We will have this foreign policy. We drive friendship that will enable economic growth and bilateral relationship that is going to help, or multilateral relationship that is going to help everyone involved to thrive. We are not going to embrace your imperialist agenda, which is what is ruining you in Nigeria today. We don't want to embrace it. So let's find out. Organize a referendum. Let us give us our freedom, so that we will find out exactly if we are not going to be the next country, emerging country in Africa. We will join any organization that we want to join in the world of our choice, because we don't want to be dependent on the decision that is made by incompetent people who didn't go to school, but they are leading people who went to school, people who forged their reports, their results with people who actually went to school to obtain their qualification and merit. How can? No, it doesn't work that way. Exactly.
I know will create wealth for the continent of Africa, will give us the opportunity to catch up with the rest of the world.
So,
Well, on that note,
okay.
On that note, we'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Lieutenant Ojukwu.
Okay, so the reason why Nigeria is not doing well today, does it mean that they are not part of ECOWAS? Does it mean they are not part of initiative of African Union? Or, this thing of Pan-African movement, I've told you that these people, this is the next area they are going to use as a weapon against us. But we are equal to the task. If the Pan-African movement, does not understand that we were a nation before colonialism, let those countries that want to drive the agenda of Nigeria, let them go and emerge with Nigeria and become one nation. That's all. If you know that you love not what is happening in Nigeria and you are enjoying it, the way people are running away from Nigeria, occupying your countries, and you love it, go and emerge your country with Nigeria and become Pan-Africa. It is fine. It is not good for us. We cannot actually sustain, we cannot promote a nation that is not created by us. We promote what is created by our people. We go back to our conservative ways. And that is Africanity. We make sure that everything we do, we put Africa first. We will show the world love, what it looks like as a free nation. The freedom of Biafra, the freedom of Africa. If you like, fool yourself. If you like, fool yourself. We are the Judah tribe. It is we that God turned his back on. And it is we that God will turn his face on and bless us, refine us. And from the mercy that is coming out of us, Africa will be great. If you are in denial of it, be in the denial of it. It does not matter. But the end of it, the truth must prevail. Now let's go back to the business of the day. I am done talking about this guy. He pissed me off so dearly.
There are two things plaguing them in the
those
zoo.
Criminals of Iberima in Finland, where they
Lies
are now
and
naked.
deceit.
They are now
If
strippers.
not for the coming
you see
of
where they are doing
IPOB of Radio
strip show.
Biafra, all
same
of
way
you
their
would have
boss is
lived
doing
and
stripping
died
show.
in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war.
You see their boss stripping.
That's what they were writing. Britain
They
helped them
have
to write
stripped
it.
them.
Ojukwu was a rebel,
All of these
a
criminals.
secessionist,
I hope you know them.
because we had
Let
no
me
media.
remind you whom they are.
That is why they're
all of
paying
them.
Facebook billions upon
Let me
billions of
remind
US
you.
dollars.
whom they are,
to stop this truth from coming out.
Simon Ekpa's men.
Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive. Go and ask him.
Let me show you. Let me just remind you.
Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you.
Simon Ekpa's men.
You came back. Britain told you not to agree. Because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if
so many of them
go
have you
back
seen
to regionalism,
Simon
you have economic
and I want you to see something.
country will do very
There
well.
is something I would want you
Britain
to
doesn't
see.
want it.
I don't know if it is here. For you
That
to
was
see,
why they
even
even
the
instigated
boys
the
that you
Zog
gave God does not even have
saying they
a
will bring away
competency to
the
hold a firearm.
They knew what was
For
going
you
on.
to see, there was another one that wanted to shoot a tire, a car tire. He wanted to shoot a tire of his vehicle. He wanted to shoot the fender of the vehicle. Because he does not own the competency to fire arm. He can even want to shoot you in front of him. He end up shooting someone behind you. Those are the type of people who give guns. And that is the reason why
The world doing very well. For us to control this people, we need to impoverish.
You will find them wearing this rubbish. You think no one will ever pass for just because because they are wielding the smoking gun. That is the reason why you think there is their part is just left somewhere else.
My land and my people.
These are bunch of cowards who does not even know how to handle a gun, who does not even know how to handle a
something now
fire.
you're asking for.
These are
Tell you
them.
how
Bunch of cowards. 2 minutes.
That same nonsense you're asking for
intimidation.
now.
They
was
did
discussed many
intimidate
years
people.
ago.
Look at all of them.
Ojukwu
They are
sat in
stripping
Aburi
now.
with Gowon
Just like
and
their
decided
chairman.
that
Chairman
regionalism
of
was the best
Strippers
way for
Club.
restructuring.
Look at
Going back
him.
to who you were,
The
1963
people who will get you
1960,
freedom.
1963
Chairman of a strippers club.
Be on your own and pay
People who are going
tax
to
to the
get
central
you freedom.
government. As they
How
have
many
in
times
America.
have you seen Joe Biden's
As they have even in Britain. Britain has
chest
Scotland that
on
is
the
almost
internet?
independent.
Or
Wales is something everybody
have
is
you ever
free.
seen
But Britain doesn't
the
want
chest
something
of,
they're enjoying
Donald
to happen
Trump
in
on
Nigeria.
the internet?
Why? Ask yourself that.
Have you ever seen the chest of
Anybody
this,
telling you about one Nigeria is
British,
enemy?
former British
I'll prove it to you now.
what do you
Ojukwu
call him,
negotiated
Prime Minister? Have you ever seen
devolution.
their chest on the internet?
Regionalism. The North will be on
You
their
have
own.
never seen them.
The West on their own.
But look at
even
them,
Middle Belt on their own.
criminals.
Sorry, Midwest on their own.
Criminal
and
and
East on their own.
and their father
It's the same one Nigeria.
stripping. Ofaka will go home.
On their way to the airport.
Now let
before
me
the
now
aircraft,
bring you the video.
A call
the-
came from Lagos, from
the
the British High Commissioner
video
in Lagos
of,
to Gowon,
They
telling
are
Gowon not to
capturing.
agree.
How they were captured.
After having signed the agreement.
Let me present you the
That same
video.
Gowon you're looking at today.
Oh, that's a problem. My apologies. That video was playing while I was talking. I hope you heard me. But that's by the way. I was showing you the strippers club organization, how their boss was stripping the same way they are stripping. Have you ever seen this world leader stripping, showing you their chest? Have you ever seen any significant human being showing you their chest, except if they are, their work or their job? There has never been somebody their work is to strip naked, being a president of a nation, a prime minister of a nation. It is only Eba, Nigeria man, Nigeria boy. That is the only people who will be stripping. The first guy. Let me show you the video. Then you will hear how he actually brought these people out for their doom. He brought them out for their doom. And the doom surely came to them.
Operating the suspect.
Now, let's see the video. Now, let me bring it. It's done downloading.
Operating the suspect at the command headquarters in Abakaliki, the state capital. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Faleo Olaleye, says his men apprehended 15 suspects, including a herbalist who prepares charm for the gunmen. The police had said it was on the heels of the hoodlums who attacked the Ohaku Police Division, burning down a patrol vehicle in the process, as well as the gunmen who invaded markets in Isheke and Okwachi environs in Abakaliki, shooting sporadically leading to citizens scampering for safety. No life is said to have been lost in both incidents.
On the 2nd, these people attacked my area commander team, burn our patrol vehicles. On 5th, they came, went to Isheke, went to Kaize, firing sporadically. Today, I want to tell you that 15 of them have been apprehended, even with their herbalist. You can see their with the board. You can see the red clothes they were wearing that day. You can see all their paraphernalia. This also includes the women. They were preparing for another attack today when we carry out the strange operation and arrested them. I came in February. No single person who has given me information has come out that the information leaked and they are after them. Nobody. So let them have confidence. Even in the Commission of Police that are coming, and all my men, we are honorable person in Ebonyi State. This command is one of the best, if not the first in this country. We are ready to do our work and we'll do it excellently.
And now to politics. It will seem the ruckus start to the Abia State 8th Assembly is far from over, as members of the majority People's Democratic Party in the Assembly staged a walkout over what they described as undemocratic practices. Well, the 11 PDP members are against the Speaker's decision.
I hope you saw them. These are members of a Berima gang. Remember that most of the people who knows how to handle firearm left him. They left him. You just have to recruit these new boys that doesn't even know how to handle firearm. Like I tell you, if they want to shoot you, they might end up shooting what is behind you. Of course, you know, if you can't hold it very well, it jumps. It makes you jumps. So they might end up shooting the thing next to you. That's why you see that guy in one of the videos, he was trying to shoot a car tire. He ended up shooting a car fender. And he left it. You know that you don't show you say these are idiots, morons. They just gather them quick, give them arm. That is exactly what you see there. You saw there. These are people Simon is recruiting, destroying the destiny of these children, these young men and women, destroying their destiny. And these people now, for what they did to the poor people, they should go to a journey of no return. For what they have done to our people who are suffering, they should go to a journey of no return. They should lock them up, then throw away the key for life. That they may know that our people are the victim, not the aggressor. Our people are the victim and must be treated like the victim. They are not the aggressor. You can't rise up against your people and tell me you are fighting for the same people. Something must be wrong with you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never did so. If you want Nnamdi Kanu to be released today, go and blow a pipeline. Go and blow a pipeline this night. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released to blow it, take over that place. Tell them anybody who come here, you bring no fly zone there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released now. You are going to go and bring down tomato, people who are selling tomato on the street, and say it is paining Nigeria government, when Nigeria government is already fighting to make sure that they cripple every means of your livelihood, starting from the Lagos State, economic hub of zoo, and everything that is economic hubbing in that zoo is coming out from Biafra land. Whatever that is bringing that economy so big, coming out from Biafra land. So if you want to say you want to fight in Biafra land, go to the oil pipes, oil pipelines. That's where you fight in Nigeria. You are fighting your people. Morons that are among them will not know. And that is the reason why once you are engaging, the gods of our land will continue to engage with you and continue to apprehend you and send you to a journey of no return. If you want it to, if the governors who made sure that they apprehended our leader, if you want to say that you want our leaders to be released, go after these governors, all these politicians, go after them, one after another. Since you know how to do kidnapping and racketeering, kidnap all of them, because they are the problem, not the woman that is selling okra on the side of the road, not the woman that is selling akara on the side of the road, not the people that are actually trying to get and make an ends meet. They are not the problem. They are not the aggressors. They are the victim. You cannot use the victim to fight a war for the victim. You must be a moron to believe that Simon is doing anything for your own sake. Those of you writing rubbish in the comment section, I can see you. Write rubbish. It is up to you. The same people, the same thing that happened to these guys now, it is going to happen to you. It is going to happen to you. That is the way it is. It is the way it is. They should make these boys, they are just new boys that does not know anything. They've given guns. They must tell you guys who sent them. It is Azuka and Simon. Azuka that is based in United States. After sending them to go and kill people, Azuka will dress half naked coming to dance on the media space. After sending people, dancing with the Onyo Kuchil in America. So these are the things. Think about it. Then you tell yourself the truth. And then you will understand that Judge Money, I stand for the truth. I don't stand for one mother, maybe one more, maybe one mother. If you feel that for the sake of the truth, I am telling you, you will persecute me, go ahead. If my Creator allows that, the truth is therefore to be spoken, regardless of who is getting hurt, regardless of who is crying. It is our mandate that we expose the evil and atrocities of these people, and we will continue to do so until Biafra comes and beyond. We will build our nations, and we will have the best, nation in Africa. We will have the best nation in Africa that will be worthy of emulating. We can. I know we can. We will make Biafra land economic hub, the same way we made Lagos economic hub, the same way we attract everything happening in Lagos today. We contributed 60% of what's happening in Lagos. Other than Dangote using the whole of Nigeria money, coming to Lagos and SM building refinery in Lagos, which made you people believe that everything is now here. You can ostracize Igbo people. We will be taking the oil in Biafra land and we will be refining it in the Lagos state. It is enough for the Lagos economy. Now Igbo people, you have to go. They're claiming, they're telling you to go and develop your land. That's what they're telling you. But that is not, that is by the way. Our people need to understand that when you are acting like you don't understand, the day it will happen, you will understand. Until we meet again, share this video and invite others to join. Those watching on YouTube, kindly follow, subscribe to that YouTube channel, click the like button. Don't forget, it is your job to do in order to support what we are doing. It is very, very important. Until we meet again, we are calling on President Tinubu to allow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to go, because the court has set him free. You are not the one allowing him to go. You are just respecting the justice system of Nigeria, which you are going to be the first citizen. Which you are already the first citizen of the country. If you don't respect the justice system, who is going to respect it for you? at least start your restitution from there for all the things you did during election. Share the video, like the video, retweet the video, follow us on Twitter at Judge Money C, on Facebook at Judge Money Blog, and on YouTube at Judge Money Blog Africa. Subscribe, click the like button. Until we meet again, stay safe and stay informed. Shalom.